new line-through swim bait from Evergreen Japan. Deps expands the Evoke lineup with a brand new Evoke 1.8 and a massive restock in the OSP baits you guys have been waiting for. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Deps, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being filmed by my buddy Jeffrey the King. We are the Hookup Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we talk about some new items that have arrived, important restocks, all the fun stuff so you guys can stay on top of the game. Happy Sunday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. You notice anything special about me? Well, you know what? Don't answer. It's all special. Hey, no laughing back there. Come here, twin. We should have planned this so this wasn't so strangely awkward, but we're all twinning. This is 2 days in a row we twinned. Yeah. Actually, this is getting bizarre. Weird. Yeah. My brother. So, brand new merch drop from our friends at Anetik, collabing with us again on some new Hookup sun shirts. Now, if you guys have been hanging around this channel, you will see that pretty much every video that I shoot, whether it's in the store here, on the water, whatever, I am pretty much always in one of these shirts. This is the Anetik sun shirt. It is absolutely my favorite shirt. I live in these things. They are... Jeff, you might want to close your ears. I don't want to upset you and your sponsors. As much as I love Sims and I am like the biggest Sims fan in the world, this sun shirt is just second to none. It's super comfortable. It's like a meshy, vented, I don't know. And dude, it just looks badass. Wouldn't you say, Jeff?
That's what it is, huh?
That's what it is. So we got 3 new colors for you guys. So all the shirts are going to feature the Hookup logo on the chest, the Hookup Tackle down the sleeve. So we have the dark olive heather that I am wearing now. All the sizes, by the way, are true to fit. So if you're a little tiny dude like Jeff, probably a medium. If you're a big guy like me, so I'm 6'3", 185 of pure hype beast Orion and Taco muscle XL, okay? So somewhere in between there, if you're in between me and Jeff. So you've got the heathered green, you've got the stealth camo, awesome drop there, heathered. And then you guys know that every Friday we do a Red Friday, right? So red is in the acronym RED, remember everyone deployed. We are huge fans of our military and we like to support our troops any chance we get. So every Friday, if you wear red along with us, we do a 10% off discount here in store. So we thought it'd be cool to do a red version as well so we could all wear this Friday. So everyone here in store wears this exact shirt, so you want to be dope like us, grab this, come in the store, you'll get a discount. If you guys are buying online, then just hit us up, let us know you're doing it and we will take care of it. So there you go, new this week from Anetik and the Hookup Tackle. All right, new this week from Evergreen Japan. We see the addition to the Last Ace lineup. A lot of you guys have been asking us for this. They have arrived. This is the Last Ace 140 Swim. Now, we've had the Last Ace in before. It's been more of like a, you know, straight tail, almost like a jerkbait type version. This is the paddle tail version, or the true swim bait version of the Last Ace. So it is a line through. It's going to come through out the bottom. There's a treble hook included in the package. It just has a beautiful swim. It's a kind of a rounder shape than the other Last Ace. Has that paddle tail. It's going to have a really tight head movement while that tail is back there kicking. just another great line through addition, something different that the fish haven't seen a ton of. Spec it out, it's 140 millimeters, obviously, and 22 grams. So about 3/4 of an ounce. So it's light enough and small enough that you can chuck this on pretty much any gear. You definitely don't need a specialized rod and reel setup for this. So super excited to get these in, new this week from Evergreen Japan. All right, big restock and a new size addition this week for the Evergreen Little Max. Now, the Little Max is a blade bait that we've spoken about quite a bit here in shop. This is really regarded in Japan as the ultimate blade bait. This is kind of the most famous blade bait. This is pretty much like the 110 of blade baits in Japan, the Little Max. So we see a big restock in the normal 3/8 and 1/2 ounce colors. We also see the addition this week of the 1/4 ounce size. So a lot of you guys have been asking for a smaller size. Fish are feeding on smaller bait. You guys are trout fishing with it. You guys are doing a bunch of different things. So if you guys love the JDM blade baits, those are in. And back by popular demand. We used to carry this bait and then it kind of went away, and it is back now from Evergreen Japan. This is the Buzzer Beater TG. Now this is one of the best lipless baits on the market. This is a 3/4 ounce lipless. It has internal tungsten, not just a center weight strip here on the bottom to give it perfect balance. So if you're lifting and dropping, it's always going to maintain this horizontal fall, but it's got a great sound with internal tungsten weights as well. Right, so something is just a little bit different. It's got a little bit wider head, so it's gonna vibrate a little bit different. It's an amazing lipless. A lot of you guys have been throwing this for years and definitely been kind of keeping it under wraps. But if you have been looking, if you've been running low, they are available. We brought in all the colors, so from the golds to the reds, to the bluegills, to the bones, all the stuff. I don't expect these to last long. These don't come around very often from Evergreen Japan, so we're excited to scoop them up. So if you guys have been looking, or if you just love lipless and you're looking for an alternative, this is a great LV500 alternative for when they just want something slightly different. So check them out, Evergreen Japan, in stock. All right, new crankbait to add to the lineup this week from Deps Japan. We see the brand new introduction of the Deps Evoke 1.8. Now, if you guys have been hanging around basically bass fishing at all over the last few months, you have heard the Evoke spoken about quite a bit. This is a bait that really came on our radar after Kenta was here and told us basically what went into developing this. Some guys have been absolutely jacking them on tour on this thing. Now, the Evoke has really been in more of true square bill sizes, 1.2, 2.0, 3.0. So this is the first edition of a little deeper diving lip. So the 1.8 is basically the same body size as the 1.2. It's just going to have a deeper dive to it. So it's going to get down closer to that 2 meter zone. It's still that squared off lip, so it's going to deflect great, but it just gives you the option to present a smaller bait down a little bit deeper. So a very welcome addition to the lineup. If you guys aren't familiar with the Evoke series, basically what Kenta set out to create with the Evoke series was to create a bait that was highly responsive, and it's basically one solid piece body frame without any internal compartments. So the whole bait is one compartment, it's all air, so it just responds very quick. Its deflection is amazing, just like a balsa bait would be, but it's in an ABS bait that can be very consistent, and it catches the crap out of them. So excited to get it. It's in all the colors, available now, the 1.8 from Deps. All right, also new this week from Deps, we see a pretty big color expansion to one of our favorite poppers. This is the Pulse Cod Jr. Now, the Pulse Cod is a bait that's, again, kind of just come on our radar recently, even though it's kind of been out for a while. You know, out here on the West Coast, if you're throwing a popper, you're kind of born with a Rico, right? It's kind of the popper that everybody throws. And, you know, everything's kind of held up to that bait. But the Pulse Cod is one of those special ones that can get bites when nothing else can. And the Pulse Cod not only has a great sound to it, but like all the Deps swim baits, like the slide swimmers, the bull shooters, all that, it has this internal spring with a tungsten ball attached to it that vibrates and moves. If you give it a really hard movement, it'll hit the side. Right, so if you're gonna get this bait to walk or pop or whatever, it will create just a small little, sound. But even after the bait stops moving, that ball is still vibrating in there. So the bait is getting a small little vibration that's very lifelike, a lot like a bait that's just kind of moving its fins or the heartbeat or whatever it is that the fish are picking up on the lateral line. It's just something totally different and the fish destroy it. So full restock on all the colors that we normally have. And then I'm gonna run through some of these new colors with you so you guys know what to look for. So 2 bluegill patterns. We see bluegill and real bluegill. So those are in. I just showed you the glass cat, also clear wakasagi. So those are kind of the 2 transparent clear ones. In some of the brighter world, we see chartreuse oikawa in the junior, and we see a brand new color, purple weenie. So that's kind of a cool one, a greenish purple. And then we see a crazy one, but I'm excited to throw it. I know Griff's gonna probably get this and catch one today on it. Pink scale, and then we see pearl white shiner, kind of a sexy shad look. So new colors in the Pulse Cod Jr. Definitely, if you guys are around fish that respond to a popper, definitely scoop these up. Okay, big week this week from Imakatsu Japan. A lot of you guys have been asking us to bring more Imakatsu in, so we did. So this week we see a big supply of hard baits back in stock, as well as some new introductions from Imakatsu. So let's dive in. So up first, we see a new bait for us, as well as some new colors for Imakatsu come in the dead screw. Now the dead screw is basically a 14 centimeter long bait, 28 grams. So it's basically like a 5-inch long 1 ounce bait. Now this is a topwater bait that has 2 loud rotating props on the back of it here. See if I can do it without hooking my finger. It'll look better in the water. But basically it is designed to where you can fish this thing very slow and just have that kind of loud proppy sound. You can fish it at a straight kind of medium retrieve, or you can burn it. It's going to get even more swishy, more like a buzzbait. Incredibly lifelike. They've got all kinds of new 3D color patterns on it. So again, if you guys love throwing topwater like we all do, definitely one that will be fun and interesting to add to the lineup. That is the dead screw. We also see a full stock of the IK 300 and the IK 400 Chaos Diver. Now, this is one of the best-selling crankbaits in Japan. Basically, the 300 is going to be like a true 3 meter, so like that 10-foot diver. The 400 is going to be more like a 4 meter, so it's going to be more like that 12 to 15-foot diver. And again, it's going to come in some great 3D color patterns to imitate, bluegills, shad, whatever it is that you're imitating. Just a great all-around crankbait for covering that mid-range. It does have a weight transfer system in it. It does give you that nice sound. So it's not overly intrusive, but it's still there, right? So you know that thing is coming. Casts like a dream, dives quick. So again, just a great all-around crankbait. If you guys have been looking for something different, you've shown them, the Deep X 300, you've shown them some of the Lucky Crafts, the OSPs, you need something just slightly different, might be worth looking into. Great crankbaits from Imakatsu. All right, now I know a lot of you guys love throwing the big flutter spoon. So it's a no-brainer that obviously we had to bring in the Imakatsu Big Beller 175. And we see some new color additions for Imakatsu in this bait. They are rolling out a couple of 3D prints in this. So there's a 3D bluegill, there's a 3D school of shad, which is kind of cool. The Big Beller is a big 175 millimeter long spoon. All right, so here you go. Here's the look. So it does come with a couple of blades on the side, and of course you can put them on either hole that you want to put them on. You can take them off if you don't want them at all. Comes with a mylar treble hook. You see it's bent for perfect flutter there. So again, it's a high-end deep you know, big flutter spoon, you know, something that's going to be kind of like a gherkin knife would be in the Deps. Not for everybody, but for something unique and something fun, when you want just something big and crazy, might definitely be worth adding to the collection. So new this week from Imakatsu, the Big Beller 175. We pause for this break from our unofficial sponsor. Happy Sunday, Jeff. Still sleepy?
Well, you're about to drink this, and it's
what?
not going to be as delicious as it usually is.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, so you like lukewarm beer?
Lukewarm, cold, warm, freezing. It's all good.
You're drunk.
What Jeff's referring to is somebody forgot to put the Orions in the fridge. Room temperature?
No shot.
It's still amazing.
No
oh, dude,
shot.
it's dope. You want to try it?
Nope.
I didn't think so. Cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope everything is going well. Let's keep going on Imakatsu. All right. Some small cranks. The Run Volt 120 and the Run Volt 80 are in stock. So these are the smaller, more finessey 8 grams. They're going to be like quarter-ounce type crankbaits. Great little crankbaits for tackling that shallow to, you know, maybe slightly medium type depths. Just perfectly balanced, great cover deflection. They got that great round lip for good cover deflection. So if you guys throw small little cranks, could be a great one to add to the arsenal. Available in both sizes of the 120 and then the brand new 80 size from Imakatsu. Okay, going the other direction, going big, we see the introduction of the Magnum Gill Sonic. Now, this is a big dude. This is a true 1 ounce lipless, 105 millimeters. It is available in a float and a sinking version. It is available in standard colors as well as some 3D prints. So here, let's pull this out. Now, the floating version is a super slow float, so it's designed to almost suspend or just kind of tick the tops of grass. The sinking version is going to be better for getting out on some of those rock areas. Now, the Gill Sonic has 2 possible line ties. The front one is going to be more of a dive depth to get it down in that 5 to 6 foot range. The top one is going to keep it a little bit higher, more that 2 to 3 foot range for really ticking. They do have the little chin weight availability as well, so if you wanted to attach a weight and pull it down, you certainly could. So if you guys are looking for a big lipless that's designed to really imitate the size of a true bluegill the fish are feeding on this time of the year, this could be a great addition. It lets you hear the internals. Right, so you're still getting that lipless sound, but really just a very big gill presence. So, might be a great addition to your lineup for you guys. Those are available this week from Imakatsu. Okay, we see a new offering from Imakatsu Japan. This is the Zinx Mini Superblade. Okay, brand new tungsten-bodied spinnerbait from Imakatsu. Let's open one up, and I will show you the bait. So this is designed to be a super compact spinnerbait, and like all the compact spinnerbaits, we're all suckers for a compact spinnerbait, right? You can never have enough. So you can see really tiny, compact. It has super thin blades. So the idea here was to keep the arm strong, but really, really thin these blades out. Similar to the Megabass idea with the SV3 spinnerbait. And the thin blades are going to create a vibration that you can't really get from a really small compact bait. So, you know, exciting to have them in. Hand-tied skirt, all the premium components, you know, welded eye closures, all that kind of stuff. So, again, if you guys are looking for a really compact spinnerbait, this one should be a great addition to the lineup. It is available in a 1/2 ounce and a 1/4 ounce size. So, if you guys are looking for even a tinier version, it is available in the little 1/4 ounce as well. That is new, the Zinx Mini Superblade from Imakatsu. All right, new tungsten finesse jig from Imakatsu. We see the addition of the Mamushi Jig. Now this is just a great all-purpose finesse jig. Let's take one out, let you guys check it out a little bit closer. So you go, just a nice compact finesse, kind of all-purpose head there, casting, pitching, dragging on cover. It's going to do everything. Nice tungsten head, 3/8 and 1/2 ounce sizes, ton of colors, all the expected premium components, right? The tungsten comes back to keep the profile really shallow. You've got the barbed hook keeper or the metal hook keeper. You got the hand-tied skirt. So everything you would expect out of an amazing premium jig, new this week from Imakatsu, the Mamushi Jig.
How's that?
See the shit I gotta deal with?
Lukewarm beer, dude. Killing it.
Orion's so good.
Yep.
It doesn't even have to be cold. When it's cold, it's mind-blowing.
Okay.
When it's room temperature, it's dope. All right. Dude, is Imakatsu just spawning over here, or what's happening?
Well, that's good. Finally good company.
All right. The Magnum Shad Crank Bull Bison 400. All right, this guy was introduced, I don't know, about a year or so ago. It's been really hard. They haven't made many of them, so it's been hard to keep in stock or get. This is a true 140 millimeter, 50 gram crankbait, right? So it's a big sucker. Even though it looks like a square bill, it is going to get down in that true 4 meter zone. So it's going to get down there in that 12 to 15 foot range. It does have a great weight transfer in there that is magnetized, so it will cast great and then of course lock in place as it comes through, and that will give it a relatively quiet approach for such a big bait. It's available in all the great 3D patterns. So this is a bass pattern. They've got, of course, the bluegill patterns. Imakatsu makes amazing 3D color patterns. So if you guys have been looking for a big crankbait, this would be a great one to add to the lineup. The Bull Bison in stock from Imakatsu. Okay, going the opposite direction, we see a brand new introduction. This is the Spin, or the IK Spin Jerk from Imakatsu. So this is going to be the finesse kind of BFS trouty jerkbait from Imakatsu. So 6.5 centimeters, 4.2 grams. It is a true suspend jerkbait. So this one, you know, if you're a trout guy and you've been, you know, geeking out on the little Lucky Crafts, the Jackals, the Mega Bass, this would be a great addition. But if you are a bass fisherman, these colors are pretty spectacular for when the fish are feeding on fry and little tiny bait. Jeff and I were out yesterday chasing stripers down that were little, I mean, dude, they were so damn picky on bait size. So when they get like that, I mean, that is an amazing little baby bass. There's a little baby ayu, there's a cow, there's a little 3D wakasagi to look like a little shad fry. So could be a great addition. They do have a weight transfer ball in there. So there it goes, and it is magnetized. So it's going to cast like a rocket, snap back in place, so you are going to get some casting help from them. So even though they're light, they should be able to throw really well. So might be a really cool addition for you guys, the IK Spin Jerk from Imakatsu. All right, some more blade baits. New this week from Imakatsu, we see the addition of the Salty Sonic. Now, a lot of you guys are asking us to bring the big Sonic in. This is the quote-unquote saltwater version that's available in some amazing colors that are completely transferable to the fresh water. So here you go. It's just a nice big blade bait. It does have the 3 line ties to it. So if you guys are looking for something different, something just fresh for those fish as more of a lipless retrieve, it is a titanium blade, right? So it's just gonna vibrate different, vibrate a little bit harder than your traditional metal or aluminum blades would be. So just a different offering from Imakatsu, the Salty Sonic. All right, we see a return in a couple of gill pattern baits that we had in, and you guys bought us out and you've been dying for them to come back in. We see the reintroduction of the Kominami Gilluchiwa. I slaughtered that. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's so much better. Kominami Gilluchiwa. How'd I do?
Fine enough.
Yeah, it was amazing. Actually, perfect. So this is basically kind of a cupped face bluegill. It's got the little lip, just a slight dive down. You can wake it, you can fish it very slow under the surface, tick the grass. It does have a tail that's kind of free moving on there, so it's going to look very realistic. It's just a different gill-shaped kind of crankbait, wake bait type pattern. It works great. You can hear the internal. Just got that kind of spring internal that gives it that vibration, that sound. So if you guys have been waiting for those to come back, they are back in stock. Jeff, it looks like you're wanting to look at something.
Well,
what are you scoping here, guy?
Perplexed on how fucking huge those hooks are. Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, they don't want you to miss one, guy.
You think?
Yeah. So
swap out the hooks, please.
By hook to bait ratio,
oh my
this bait probably has the highest, maybe of any bait in the industry. Yeah. The idea behind it, dude, honestly, so you can fish this thing a lot of different ways. You can crank it, but similar to that dead slow that or the dead screw that they really designed to fish like super, super slow on the surface.
Okay.
It's kind of the same thing here. Shake that. You're going to feel that same thing as that depth, that kind of internal spring. So they want you to fish it really, really slow and just let that tail kind of kick and the screw kind of vibrate in there. So those hooks are dangling so that when they come up and slash, there's, you know, a big hook to get them.
No.
But,
no.
You know, they're big.
Swap them out, please.
Swap them. Don't swap them. Do whatever you want to do. But, oh, you're going to gaff those motherfuckers, dude.
Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Those are men's size hooks.
Men's size hooks.
XL. If you're a little dude like Jeff, you want some medium size hooks, you could probably swap them out for some, I don't know, size 1s maybe would be perfect. Or you could roll these like 3/0 long shank trebles. So bait's amazing, hooks maybe not as much.
The color's dope.
Oh yeah, dude, they look amazing. In the water they're super sick. So scoop those up. Also, back in stock, we see the Gill Pop, so kind of staying on that same size, same profile as that guy. Those hooks look better.
Yes. Oh my God. What the hell?
Yeah. So basically the same body shape, the same body frame. You still get that little segmented tail, but this is going to be more of a popper. So it's going to pop and then kind of vibrate and pop and move. And just so you can see the side-by-side comparison of the hooks, there you go. I actually don't know what was going on in the thought process, but I like these. Little dude likes these.
Oh, God.
There
Pick them up now from Imakatsu.
Available now from Imakatsu.
They're going to hook each other every fucking cast. What do you mean?
Maybe the way you cast. I've seen you cast. Let me see that popper.
Here.
Dude, you're 100% right. Early morning around a grass line.
That thing's getting smoked.
You know?
bro.
Oh, I mean, dude, when those bluegills are like sipping little bugs and stuff. Look at that thing.
Yeah. The
Both of
color's
those
so
things.
dope.
This thing maybe with some better hooks. Yeah. All right, new this week from Zappu Japan. We see a new free rig weight. This is pretty exciting. So these are a tungsten free rig weight, but they are super compact. So this is called the pin free shot. So there's a look at a 1/4 ounce. Like that's much smaller than like a Ryugi, right? Or a Rain. So much shorter. So in theory, it should snag a little bit less, just a different design. I don't know if it's better or worse, but I love that we're getting more options in. It's available in small sizes all the way up to, I believe, an ounce. So you can throw on your bait casting, you can throw it shallow, you can do all kinds of stuff on it. So I know a lot of you guys have been getting on the free rig. It is on a swivel, so it will shift around. So the pin-free shot available now from Zappu. While we are talking about the free rig, we also see a new introduction this week from Zappu. We see the introduction of the chain cushion. Now, if you've been following Zappu at all on social media, they've been pushing this guy really hard. Essentially, what it is it is basically just a little chain of little silicone beads. All right, what does that remind you of, Jeff?
Power bait eggs?
Oh, probably eggs. Griff? Don't answer. I know where your mind went. Right there already? You're not even drinking Orion. So basically these are designed to just come off, right? So you can just pull it off and use the one bead at a time. They're designed to slide on if you want to put it in between your knot and your free rig weight, so your weight's not banging into the knot. If you want to use it as a keeper for a spinnerbait trailer, if you want to use it in between like a Texas rig, it's basically just a versatile little tiny silicone ball that's not going to hurt your line and just give you a little bit of, you know, cushion between your weight and your knot. So the chain cushion, they are available in two sizes, a medium and a large, and they are available in a clear and a black. So those are new this week from Zappu. Back in stock this week, we see the full resupply of the Zappu Bellows hook. We also see a full restock of the Zappu Bredy hook, or Bredy. I guess it would be Bredy. I just call it Bredy. But the Bredy hook. So a lot of you guys aren't familiar with the Bredy hook. This is a hook that we get in stock, we sell it right away, we get in stock, we sell it right away. So we don't really have a lot of time to talk about this guy. But the Bredy is kind of a special hook because it's one of the only hooks on the market that has that twist lock kind of flashy swimmer type look in sizes that are small enough to fit a small swim bait. So they're available in a size 2 and a size 3. They're available in a willow leaf and a Colorado blade, okay? And just to give you an idea, if you wanted to throw a little finesse swim bait like, you know, maybe a 3-inch Hazardong shad or a 2/8 Kitech or any of those little things, but you still wanted to be able to put it on a hook like this with the little blade, it fits it perfectly. So now you can be super finessey with those tiny, you know, 2 and 3-inch baits and present that kind of flashy swimmer style down there to give them a look that they are not seeing from other anglers. So excited to get these back in stock, the Bredy from Zappu. All right, huge restock of DRT this week, Jeff.
Huge. Hell yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh.
Yeah, no. Someday I'm going to say those words again. But we do see a collab between Fish Arrow and DRT. This is the Riser Jack. So a lot of you guys have been asking for these. They are in all the colors. We are doing a special promotion even with these. So normally they sell for $100. We are doing them for $79.99. Just a special celebratory thing until we can get a full DRT restock in. Please, DRT, make it happen. So there you guys go. If you guys are looking for a bigger bait that you can crank down, you can burn it, you can wake it, you can do all kinds of different things. It could be a great addition to your lineup. Those are in stock now. All right, quick restock to let you guys know about it. I posted this on Instagram a couple days ago. You know, righties have really been mistreated this year by Shimano. It's just been one of those strange years where, you know, all they've cared about is left-handed anglers. And we've all tried to use left-hand retrieve reels and they just suck. Like, they just shouldn't make them the way they make right hand. So finally, you're shaking your head no.
We're losing subscribers.
No, they know what I'm talking about.
At least 70% of our viewers are left-handed.
You're probably right. Okay, I suck. I just can't do it. As much as I try, I just can't do it. So if you're like me and you need a right-hand retrieve reel, Shimano finally graced us with some right-hand retrieves in 7-to-1s and 8-to-1s. So all the reels we've been waiting on forever, Metaniums, Metanium DCs, Chronarchs, back in stock, hallelujah, in right-hand retrieves. Lefties, I'm glad you've enjoyed your year of availability. Now finally we can get some right-handed retrieves. So if you've been waiting, they're in stock. And just a quick note, while we were talking about Shimano, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on Shimano spinning. The Twin Powers in the 2500 and 3000, those are also back in stock. All right, let's dive into the massive OSP restock. So a lot of the baits that we have been pummeled on are back, including one of our favorite baits, the OSP Dolive Beaver. So all sizes, the 3-inch, 3.5, the 4, the 7, they're all back in stock and in all the key colors. So green pumpkin, sprayed grass, Amazari, green pumpkin chartreuse, those are all back in. We also see a huge restock in the Dolive sticks. So the fat versions are back in all the key colors: green pumpkin, morning dawn, Ibamizu red, the 3.5 inch, you know, our key free rig size in green pumpkin, lively wakasagi, bluegill, all back in stock. We also see a huge restock in some key colors in the Mylar minnow. So Moebi, Ayus, all those kind of colors are back in both sizes in that as well. All right, we also see a huge restock in Dolive Craws, 3 inch and the 4 inch. We haven't had the 4 inch back in a while. A lot of you guys have been loving this as your bigger jig trailer, as your flip bait. So those are back in stock. We see the 5/8 high pitcher Max back in stock. This is one of my favorite spinner baits of all time. Just multi-use, a lot of different things you can do with this. We put it in a bento box a couple months back, and a lot of you guys have been crushing them on it. So if you've been waiting for restock of the high pitcher, those are back. We see a new color drop in Griff's favorite little popper, the Louder, Moebi. So new color drop in the Louder. Those are in stock. We see a restock in some colors we haven't had in a really long time in the Picro. So excited to get these back. Picro is a super cool little wake bait. You can crank it down a little bit. It's just a super dope, very finessey bait. But the wakasagi colors, the clear wakasagi, the moist wakasagi, all those are back in stock in that. Dolive gills and all the key colors like green pumpkins, those are back. All the big crawlers are back. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on crawlers. We also see some new color additions in the big 9-inch crawler just in time for summer. This is one of Hippie's secrets. You can fish it on Texas rig. You can fish it on a big shaky head. It works amazingly well. You can NECA rig it. So any of that stuff, those are back. Speaking of some of Griff's favorite baits, we see a huge restock this week in the bent minnows. So remember that bent minnow challenge, Griff? Remember how good that was?
No.
I do. All right, so the 86, huge resupply, pretty much all the colors. The 106, we see the abalone colors back. And we also see a new color addition. So OSP started making saltwater versions in the 106 as well. Anything that looks like it can cross over well into the salt, or from salt to fresh, I will bring in, okay? So there's just a nice little kind of a washy type color. So if you guys have been waiting for bent minnows, those are back. And then we see a massive new color drop in the Durga. So the Durga is an amazing small-bodied jerkbait designed for, you know, BFS, finessey bass, works great for trout, 73 millimeters, 4.7 grams. So we see a massive new color drop. What do we have here? 7 new colors. 7? Yep. 7 new colors in the Durga. So we've got those guys. Got Ayu colors, Tasty Shad for the first time, Chrome Wakasagi. Right, so all kinds of new colors in the Durga. Definitely a great one, again, to throw around fry, small bait, trout, smallmouth, they crush it. All right, a couple weeks ago, we did a huge restock of the Blitz Max DR, and we got pummeled as I expected us to do. So we see a restock this week in the majority of colors. So if you guys missed out on that last run, you missed out on the Gin Rim, on the Real Ikawa, Blueback Herring, Crystal Blue Shiner, right? Any of those types of colors, they are back this week from OSP. We also see a full restock in the Blitz DR. So this is going to be a little bit smaller bodied. It does have an internal rattle. So it's going to give you just a little bit of sound in there, but a full restock in all the colors from OSP this week. All right, we also see a full restock this week in the Rattling Blitz and the Rattling Blitz Max. So this is the rattling version of our Blitz and Blitz Max square bills. So all the colors are back in stock this week. We also see a full resupply of the Tiny Blitz MR, Tiny Blitz DR. So this guy, we really didn't expect it to sell as fast as it did. So happy to bring him back in. This is the 46 millimeter, 6.5 grams, just under a quarter ounce. So more of a BFS-y, really finessey version, but all of the Blitzes, rattling and regular, back in stock. And finally, we see a couple of soft goods from OSP return that a lot of you guys have been waiting on, we see the OSP waist pack return in black and white. The waist pack is just a great, very clean, very slick hip pack that you can wear on the boat while walking around. It's very compact. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles and things to snag. Really just designed to just store a few things, more of a minimalistic approach, but this really great kind of water resistant material on the back. It is padded, nice snaps and sleeves. So if you guys have been waiting, those are back. And then one that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on, the rod holder is back. So OSP makes one of the best rod holders if you guys are fishing from shore. This is really a no-brainer. It has snaps on the back so you can strap it to your belt. You can put it on a pack. You can do whatever you want to do. This is a great way for you to bring an extra rod with you and keep it stored. So the rod simply goes in, clips in, and you can store it on your hip, you can store it on your pack, you can store it out of the way so that you're free to fish and not have to leave your rod laying around. You can just keep walking up. So really great addition, is available in this camo pattern. And remember this thing, Jeff, that we never really figured out? It's back. So we never really figured out why
Still
the
no
logo
answers?
is Velcroed. I never asked them. They sold out so fast I kind of forgot about it until I took this one out of the pack just now. But we would love to hear from you guys why you think the logo is Velcroed. Somebody probably has an answer, and it's probably a bright answer. You know what I mean?
It's probably
But-
super simple.
yeah, but I don't know what it is. But anyways, you can keep the logo. You can not keep the logo. It does have a couple of rings. You want to keep some accessories on it as well. Just a really cool rod holder back in stock from OSP. All right, Jeff, we done.
No way.
We're done. Cheers. That was a good job.
Yeah,
That was some fun stuff.
There was a lot of stuff.
There was a lot of stuff.
I
So
hope everybody buys everything.
me too. And I hope I remember to put my Orions in the fridge for cold ones next time.
Yeah. This is so bad.
It's really not, though.
It must be killing your throat.
No, dude.
Your mouth must be dry as hell
It's delicious.
from a lukewarm Orion.
I prefer them cold, but I'll take them like this. I'll take them however I can get them, Jeff. I ain't picky. All right. Cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for joining us and watching. If you have any question on anything that we covered, please drop it down below in the comments. I will definitely get to it. Jeff will leave links to all the products as well, so if you guys want to check any of them out closer, you can. Until next time, on behalf of myself and my family and John and Griff and Jeff and Carmen and everybody around this place, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us and giving us some time on your Sunday morning. Until next time, peace.